How to pick a puppy from the litter. Before choosing the puppy, try to remain objective and really have a look at what conditions they're being kept in. Remember to look for clean conditions with a bed or whelping box inside the house. There shouldn't be a bad smell. The puppies should be woken up easily and happy to interact with new people. Only when you're 100% happy with how the puppies are being kept, you can begin to test which one you'd like. Points to remember. 1. Wear old clothes, as the puppies will be chewing on anything they can get hold of. 2. Understand what you're looking for in a dog first. If you want an active dog, pick an active puppy. 3. Don't be swayed by the cuteness. You may end up regretting picking a puppy because you felt sorry for it. Begin by picking up the puppy and looking in its eyes, ears, nose and mouth. There should be no crustiness, they should be quite alert, and it should generally be in good health. Pick up a puppy and put it on your knee. You can see here that this puppy doesn't like it and tries to get down. By placing the dog on your knee with all 4 legs around your knee, you're placing your pup in an unfamiliar position. This simply lets you know how well the puppy reacts to new situations and being handled in new ways. A puppy that wriggles or tries to get off your knee may find it hard adapting to too many new situations at once. You will have to take training slowly with these puppies and introduce them to new situations with positive reactions. Next, with securely holding your puppy, hold them just a few inches off the floor. By holding the puppy slightly off the floor, he's having to put trust in you that you aren't going to drop him. Puppies that wriggle and try to get down are a little more independent and don't warm up to new people quickly. Puppies that don't fuss are more trusting of people and laid back. This puppy fusses a little bit when he's on my knee, and only a little bit once he's held on the floor. But as soon as I pick him up and start to fiddle with his face, he relaxes and is quite happy to just be held. This puppy is more laid back than the other puppy, but still not sure of new situations. He calmed down whilst being held, and this tells me he's a people-orientated dog and would do well with someone who could build his confidence in new situations. This puppy barely reacts when I hold him down, but as soon as I try to pick him up, he doesn't like it and tries to hit me with his feet. This puppy is happy being put in new situations and is trusting of people, but doesn't like to be moved around too much. He would do well with someone who moved at a reasonable pace with training, but was ready to move back a step when necessary. These are simple guidelines that will give you a little bit of insight into each puppy's personality. Don't take it as gospel. You need to look at how the puppies are acting with you in general, how they interact with each other, and how they act with mum. This puppy wants to play. There's a second puppy who doesn't and is offering a calming signal of sniffing the ground. The first puppy doesn't give up and soon unbalances him. When the puppy gains his balance, he carries on his calming signal of sniffing the floor and becomes boring to the first puppy. He then charges after another and tries to play with him instead. The puppy that was offering calming signals has a lower level of energy, whilst the 2 that played together have a higher level. The mum should be quite happy to feed the puppies while you're in the room, and they should pretty much flock to her as soon as she appears. She should be quite caring, but quite defensive as well if you get too close whilst she's feeding, because this is a very vulnerable position. You can see here that she doesn't want them to feed anymore and is instead trying to entice them to play. She's very careful that she doesn't step on any of them and begins licking their back ends to stimulate them to go to the toilet. At this age, at 5 weeks, they should be able to do this on their own, but being a caring mum, she's quite happy to continue this until they've got it 100%. She's quite gentle with them and she's quite happy being climbed on. By now you should have a good idea of how active, confident, people-orientated and friendly the puppies are. It will still be difficult to pick just one, and by the time you pick them up in 3 to 4 weeks, they may have grown more confidence. The best you can do is find a blend of heart and mind. If you can narrow it down to 2 to 3 puppies that you like, and then let your heart decide which one you would like to spend a decade or more with.